Sister Wives Kody and Meri Brown say goodbye forever. Sister Wives stars, Kody and Meri Brown have been processing the end of their marriage during season 19. While Meri has a new outlook on life, Kody is facing some mixed emotions. But in a new preview, Meri and Kody say goodbye forever to their plural marriage and their former life. Kody and Meri Brown say goodbye just when they are having fun together. Undoubtedly, both Kody and Meri Brown are closing the door to all the potential they felt was available as husband and wife. While Meri has been debating how to mend their relationship for years, Kody is just now catching up. As Meri and Kody take steps to pack her boxes and haul everything to her B&B in Parowan, Utah, they are cutting up and even sharing flirtatious moments. However, after their trip, the hammer falls and the marriage is truly over. Kody and Meri Brown say goodbye forever. In a new trailer for the upcoming Sister Wives episode, Meri Brown discusses how the day has finally arrived that it is over. In a confessional, she says, "This is the final. She adds, "I'm done in Flagstaff." She continues, "My marriage with him is done. But even more than that, she knows, I'm starting this new life." Somberly, the close to over 30 years of marriage is upon them. Kody awkwardly realizes the harsh truth and claps his hands, "Okay, alright." Meri gives her brother-in-law, Nathan Diltz, a hug and thanks him for helping her move her things. In the background, Kody searches for something to say in the hollowness of departing from Meri after more than 30 years. In many ways, it was transactional for Meri. She was thankful that Kody and Nathan had assisted her in settling into her new life. But Kody becomes very tearful, "Meri, it's the end of an era." Unsure how to proceed, Meri says, "Well, yeah it is." Then, she extends a hug to Kody compassionately. Hard to let go. Both Meri and Kody Brown embrace and squeeze each other as they linger for just another few moments together. But Kody essentially breaks the sentimental moment, declaring, "It was a great run, but I'm not gonna let me get it down." Then, he chuckles briefly. Almost metaphorically dusting his hands off from the relationship. But Meri is completely confused by Kody's response about them parting ways. Perplexed, she stands back and says, "It always blows me away that you get emotional like this, I just don't understand." With the reality that Meri feels like she was strung along for at least a decade, it is hard to decipher his sudden care. Seemingly, Kody Brown is stupefied by the fact that everyone gave up on the plural dream in less than 3 years. In a moment of truth, Kody is facing that his world is out of control. He says, "We had something." But Meri has had time to think through how leaving would affect her and she knows staying wasn't healthy. She looks at him almost mystified by his lack of accountability for his share of the marriage failure. While she watches him, it appears she has separated herself, knowing his efforts are too little, too late. However, she agrees, "We had something really good." Kody tears up and discusses having a special relationship with her. Strangely, Kody and Meri chose to have the conversation in front of Jen Sullivan and Nathan Diltz, who stood back and tried to give them space to say their forever goodbye to their paced back and forth in the dimly lit living room of his sprawling Flagstaff home. The house, with its wide windows and earthy tones, had once symbolized the unity he dreamed of for his family. Now, it felt like an empty shell, much like his relationship with Meri. He glanced at the clock on the wall, the ticking sound oddly loud in the silence. Meri was due to arrive any moment, and this meeting, this final conversation, was long overdue. Meri arrived promptly, her face calm but her eyes betraying a storm of emotions. She had spent years waiting for Kody to see her again, not just as the first wife but as the woman she was, with all her flaws and resilience. She knew this meeting would not bring closure, but it was necessary. She had grown tired of the endless limbo. Kody gestured toward the couch, his movements stiff. "Thanks for coming," he said, his voice lacking its usual bravado. Meri nodded and sat down, clutching the fringe of her scarf. "You said it was important. So here I am." He sat across from her, his face etched with a mix of determination and regret. "Meri, I've been thinking about us, about our journey. It's been A long road. She let out a dry laugh. That's one way to put it. A road with a lot of detours and dead ends. He winced, but he didn't disagree. I know things haven't been right between us for a long time. Honestly, I think we both know that holding on to something that's been broken for so long, it's not fair to either of us. Meri's jaw tightened. For years, she had clung to the hope that Kody would want to fix what was broken. That he'd look at her the way he used to. But those days were gone, replaced by years of distance and rejection. So this is it, then? She said, her voice steady but edged with pain. You're finally saying what you've been avoiding all these years. Kody leaned forward, resting his elbows on his knees. I'm saying we need to let each other go. Officially. Completely. The words hung in the air, heavy and final. Meri swallowed hard, her mind flashing back to their early days. They had been so young, so full of hope and ambition. She remembered their wedding day, the way Kody had looked at her like she was the center of his world. And then, as the years went by and more wives entered the picture, she watched that gaze shift to others, until it disappeared entirely. I don't even know what to say, she admitted. I spent so many years trying to be what you wanted, trying to fix things that were beyond my control. And now, after everything, you're telling me to let go. I'm not saying it to hurt you, Kody replied, his tone softening. I'm saying it because it's the truth. We've both been living a lie, pretending there's still something left between us when there isn't. Meri stood abruptly, pacing the room. Do you even hear yourself? Do you realize how many years I've invested in this family, in you? And now you're telling me to just walk away. Kody stood as well, his frustration bubbling to the surface. You think this is easy for me? You think I haven't wrestled with this decision? But Meri, we're not happy. We haven't been for a long time. You deserve more than this half-life, and so do I. She turned to face him, her eyes blazing. You're right. I do deserve more. I deserve someone who values me, who fights for me. But that was supposed to be you, Kody. You made promises, vows. And you broke them. He looked away, unable to meet her gaze. I know I failed you. I failed us. But staying in this shadow of a marriage isn't going to fix anything. The room fell silent again, the weight of their history pressing down on both of them.